Good morning to all of you. I'm Braden and my group members. This is Sahara and this is Firas and this is Divya and that's Stephanie. So today we will be talking about and we will be presenting about the automobile industry of Sri Lanka. We will be taking two major companies in Sri Lanka, which is United Motors and DIMO. As you all know, everyone is concerned about automobile industry these days after the budget, the new budget. Everything has gone up, all the vehicles, spare parts and lubricants, everything has gone up. So we will be also talking few facts about it, including in this presentation. And first we will be, I will be presenting to you about DIMO. And it has a 76 years of heritage. Began in 1939 and this company, these four people began this company by coincidence because one day when they found out that their chairperson was arrested and they decided to start a small business in the area of Panchagalatha. And these are the four people who have started: Mr. Harold Algama, Stephen Pilis, P.D. Alexander and Mr. Cyril Algama. And the present chairman of DIMO is Mr. Ranjit Panditage, and it became a limited company, public limited company in 1964. And DIMO has various of businesses, not only automobiles. They are into solar, they are into pharmaceuticals, and they are into engineering also. And this shows the divisions that they have: automobile, marketing, projects and travels, and industrial solutions. And the difference between United Motors and DIMO is United Motors is fully in the market of the automobile industry, and whereas DIMO has many diversifications. And you see, as I told you before, Tata Motors India was the first vehicle which went offshore of India, came to Sri Lanka, which was the Tata lorry with the Mercedes-Benz logo, because they used to have the technology of Mercedes-Benz. So they used to use the logo of Mercedes-Benz in the first vehicle. And these are the brands which DIMO is imported to Sri Lanka: Mercedes-Benz, Jeep, Tata and Chrysler. And when you look at this portfolio, you will see a difference between United Motors vehicles and DIMO's vehicles, because most of the brands, I would say in Sri Lankan market, except Tata, these three brands are unique brands. Whereas you see Mercedes-Benz, the first vehicle on earth and the first four-wheel drive vehicle to be manufactured in the world, and this is the American muscle car, the brand of American muscle car. And you see Mercedes-Benz, it's made in Germany, manufactured luxury automobiles and manufactured the world's first car. And Jeep, it manufactured in USA and starts production for the World War II, the first four-wheel drive vehicle, as I said before, and it was known as Jeep Willys. And Chrysler, manufactured in USA, one of the best muscle cars in USA and passion for sport and luxury. And when you call Tata, we didn't have that much of recognition for Tata in the past few years, but now they are pioneering the automobile industry, international automobile industry, where they have captured Jaguar, Land Rover, and even they are having shares in Chinese market. And whereas largest automobile manufacturer in India, and it has been ranked 287th in the 500 Fortune companies globally. And analysis of DIMO's automobile brands. They have automobiles for various purposes, such as mid-size cars, small cars to big trucks and buses. As you see in Sri Lankan roads, most of the buses and trucks that we see belongs to Tata, manufactured by Tata, which is brought to Sri Lanka by DIMO. And as I said, they have quality economical automobile brands for the Sri Lankan market, which is Tata. And they have automobiles. other diversification that they have the automobiles from the cheapest to the most expensive, from 1.2 million, we say Tata Nano, and Mercedes-Benz SLS, which is 76 million, and quality of the brands, and they have failed to capture consumers in the mid class because they don't have a specific good product. For example, United Motors has Perodua, which is a collaboration with Japanese vehicle, and Tata. People doesn't want to go for Tata vehicles in Sri Lanka, and they are the giant in the truck and bus market in Sri Lanka. And now I will be presenting to you about United Motors Public Limited Company, and it has 68 years of heritage, and they became a public. They started as a private limited company in 1945, and it was the government undertook the business in 1972, and it became a public limited company in 1989. And present chairman of United Motors is Mr. Sunil J. Vijayasinghe. And their businesses: automobile, tires, two-wheelers and three-wheelers, car care and lubricants. And United Motors brands: Mitsubishi, MG, Perodua, Soti, DFSK and TVS. And their main brand, Mitsubishi. That's where they captured the market in Sri Lanka at the beginning. And now you see it's manufactured in Japan, and the 16 biggest automaker by production in the world, and manufactures in 1970. It's almost 100 years, 98 years, and they have that experience, and you see so many Mitsubishi vehicles in Sri Lankan market. And MG, this is a British brand, Maurice Garages. Now China has purchased, they have undertaken this company, and now it is assembled in China for the Asian market, and for the European market they manufacture cars in Britain, and the vehicle is coming is made in China. And as I said, it is the third best manufacturing plant in the world. It has been named by the Driver Survey 2014. And this is manufactured in Malaysia, Perodua, and joint venture with Daihatsu. And it's actually a rebadge, and few designed, they actually changed few of the appearance of the vehicle and the same engine of Daihatsu. And largest automobile manufacturer in Malaysia, and one of the best-selling brands in South Asia. They are not exporting these products to Europe. And Soti, a Chinese brand again. They export vehicles to 10 different manufacturers in different countries in the world, and they have earned 290 million pounds of revenue in 2006. By the way, it's big degrowing now because they actually copying other vehicles, and market doesn't like it. And this is DFSK, manufactured in China, and one of the top 4 brands in China. And the special thing about this company is they manufacture parts for European car vehicles. They manufacture parts for Citroën, Honda, Kia, Nissan, Peugeot and Renault. And until I did this presentation, I was not aware that TVS was doing United Motors. And TVS agencies bought Sri Lanka by United Motors, and now we have found out that now they are everywhere, from two-wheelers to 10-wheelers. They have been importing vehicles to Sri Lanka, and one of the main bike brands in Sri Lanka, TVS, and manufactured in India. Annual revenue more than 10,000 crores in 2014 and 15. And analysis of vehicles of United Motors. A widespread automobile ranges: cars, minivans, trucks, jeeps, pickups and lorries. Affordable cars with trusted quality, as I said, as DMO doesn't have. Tata is not much trusted in Sri Lanka, whereas United Motors is somewhat ahead of them. And wide selection for mid-class consumers, and they have broad experience in automobile industry and cheap competitive drivers. And the similarities are both of them are pioneering the automobile industry. Quality of products from many manufacturers and quality after sales service. Products for low end consumers, dealers network identified. And differences of Demo and United Motors. Demo markets niche market products such as Mercedes-Benz, Jeep and Chrysler. And United Motors has more variety of production for all types of consumers. And compared to Demo starter, United Motors has better recognized brands for consumers. And Demo has range of well recognized highest quality products. United Motors has quality range of trucks and buses comparing to Tata. And Demo has camper vans for Mercedes, which is a new concept to Sri Lanka. I will show you in a minute. And this is a bit of knowledge that they have launched to Sri Lanka recently. This was used. Yesterday I saw this at Sean Paul. They have bought this thing for the singers to stay for the 2 or 3 hours. So it should be rented. And this we can customize the way that we want. The way we want, we could customize this. The basic price of this, the standard vehicle will be 12 million upwards, according to customization. And the strengths of Demo. Caters large segment, the segment of the market by servicing different business sectors. And from low-end consumers to niche customers, they have their businesses and their products, and has great partnerships locally and globally with best brands offering unique services for its customers. And when you compare with United Motors, they are one of the oldest companies, and they have 7 acres of property in Colombo for vehicles, because they're only into vehicles for servicing and for maintenance and all the repairs. And introduction of the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, which Mercedes-Benz does not have in Sri Lanka, and this is the first brand to come to Sri Lanka with plug-in hybrid and electric both. And weakness is the maintenance cost of Mercedes, Jeep and Chrysler is very high comparing to United Motors products. And fuel economy of cars and the high prices of cars except Tata. Basically, it's almost 10 million upwards of every vehicle except Tata. And weakness of United Motors, high cost involved, and United Motors provides Chinese products, which is not recognized that much in Sri Lankan market. And opportunities that Demo has increasing demand in future for top class vehicles. And introduction of camper vans to Sri Lanka, and availability of bulletproof Mercedes-Benz vehicles. That's the opportunity that we have seen in Chopra previous years, that we have seen bulletproof vehicles. And opportunities for United Motors, growth of the economy and increase in income of the people. And involves in CSR activities, public activities such as providing scholarship for students and providing medical equipment for hospitals which to promote their brand. And the threats that Demo is having is opportunities from the same origin, provides products at a cheaper price, such as BMW or Jaguar. And extremely high taxes charged for cars technologically advanced, as you see in the new tax. For luxury vehicles, they have increased up to 275%. And the threats, high import duties, increased cost reflection, increased prices of vehicles. And Demo PLC has competitive advantage on the diversification of services provided. And I will coordinate to invite my friend Saharan to present the next.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Zahara Iftikhar, and I'm going to present to you all this. Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Zahara Iftikhar, and I'm going to go through you all with regard to cluster analysis and Sonis framework and financial highlights of the 2 companies that my colleague was briefing you all about, of United Motors and Diesel Motor Engineering Company. If I go through of pestle analysis, the political factors that affects the industry as a whole is the fluctuations of exchange rates, stability of government, taxations and policies the government will manufacture for automobiles and its components. If you see the economic factors that will affect the industry, is that the buying capacity of people, it will be changing and it is not constant, and from the vehicle prices also will vary depending on the buying power of the Sri Lankan market. And the commercial use of vehicles, you could see these days the most number of vehicles are in the road is brand new ones, or mainly reconditioned with low mileage, which they are being importing from Japan and many other countries. And the oil prices, the fuel prices, which is one of the major components of Sri Lankan's economy, everyone will be running with petrol or diesel. Even though we have hybrid vehicles, that's the main major component. The next factor is social thing, where will be lifestyle of people will be changing, the buying pattern of people, the comfortable vehicles, and the fuel efficiency. If you see the technological factors that will be looking into and in Pestel, is that the design of the vehicles will be changing as time goes on. If you see the vehicles from the 20th century to 21st century, it will be changing drastically and very constantly. And if you go to 22nd century, the vehicle that you see nowadays will not be there at that time as well. So it will be changing, and the design, the avenue design with technological era will evolve in the economy, not only in Sri Lanka, in overall the world. The environmental factor that will be the main issue is that the pollution, the traffic congestion that causes, and it is in Sri Lanka, traffic is a major issue, and these days there are many number of vehicles being registered than license holders, which means it's resulting a big vehicle hump the pile in Sri Lanka, which causes the traffic and pollution in other words. And the legal factor that affects the Pestel is that the environmental policies and the provision that regards to safety measures. The 7S framework of McKinsey for DIMO is the strategy. Strategy is structure, style, staff, and skills shared value systems. If you see the strategy of DIMO, its main strategy is to diversify its business segments and offer quality service to their high technology to maintain its competitive advantage over the other automobile industry players. And the structure of the DIMO is that they cater into three main divisions out of their structure of this organization, which is automobile, marketing and projecting and traveling industry solutions. The style of the company, style of the DIMO is that it is adapted by its people-centric leadership and also its employees, which they are encouraging a lot more. And the staff of DIMO is known as DIMO tribe, which is they are all involved in DIMO's strategy and also to improve the efficiency and the productivity of the organization. The skills is what needs to be exciting and rewarding. The organization of having employees of creativity, leadership mind will evolve is major factor, because the ideas that you could get from the employees are much higher than what you could get from the strategic leaders, so that they have the input of the ground level, so that they would improve the decision making at the higher level of the hierarchy. The systems that the DIMO is implementing is that it's brand awareness, and all the employees are into day-to-day tasks and linked to achievement of the long-term goals of DIMO in the company. Then the 7S factors of United Motors Lanka PLC strategy is to diversify and maintain its leadership position in the transport industry, and also its structure of the company is that they have dealers island wide. The Demo does not have dealers island wide. These people have the dealers island wide, and the distribution of tires, lubricants, two-wheelers and three-wheelers are the representation of their company in both urban and rural areas. The style of United Motors Limited is democratic style, and where the leaders will make the final decisions. As a result, team members will have a just high job satisfaction and high productivity of the organization. The staff, there are more than 300 staffs working for UML, and it employs mainly skilled laborers in order to create the engineering and improve its productivity and efficiency of explaining to the consumer, final consumers, because they value mostly one of the high-end markets of Sri Lanka. The shared values is that they value mainly their customers, employees, and its assets are the values of United Motors. The systems, they go towards the future goals with their new strategies. They do not have they have fixed strategy, but they also evolve a strategy in the mid or biannual, so that they would cater to their goal or organizational structure. The financial highlights of United Motors. The profitability has been reduced drastically when compared to previous financial reporting years, and also they also have closed down TVS Auto Parts, as you could see in the screen, due to its loss making, and it is not so profitable to the industry, and which is bad for the group as a whole. And the liquidity position of UML is very healthy than Demo, which I would be explaining in slides after, which is 3.24 compared to the other years, and also it's maintaining its liquidity in a very high position, so that it would be able to cater to the debts or in an emergency cost that they would be incurring. The interim financial statement of September 2015, it says that the revenue has been increased to 7 billion, which is a 61% when compared to the previous financial year of March 2015, which that is mainly because of the introduction of plug-in hybrid, which my colleague Brendan was explaining to you about. That was a major cause that they don't have in the diversification of the vehicle products, so that they introduced this by end of 2014, which created this major sales for the group, and the profit margin has also risen to 17.1%. As you could see the graphs, how it has been changed, the turnover and tax over the years. The high was from 2011, and it has been reducing consistently over the years. And in 2015, the turnover has increased due to the last few months where they introduced the plug-in hybrid. The financial highlights of Demo is that they are very successful in its profit and its revenue. They have done substantially well when compared to others in the industry. With regard to the turnover, has increased by 34% to rupees 28 billion, which is as a whole group. And the main component that for the increase of 34% is the vehicle industry, where it has plugged in 17.9 billion to the Demo Motors Group. The margin is also very high, and it has reduced. I'm sorry for that. It has reduced drastically, not a major drop. It has reduced by small margin to 19.4% to from 20.8%. That is because of the car segment that it has, because the other markets are implementing more of the low-end price vehicles. This is the graph that you could see on screen, of how it has brought their profit and turnover over the years from 2011 to 2015. The conclusion of the industry that we are talking of, this is the automobile industry, is it is a developing industry in Sri Lanka and renders a service of variety of affordable vehicles with reasonable prices, with people can afford easily, with the capacity of customizing vehicles as per the customer, and Demo and United Motors, both companies have quite a lot of similarities, and though they have capabilities of to make new trends in the automobile industry. The recommendation that we would make to the industry is that of what we identified, the automobile recycling is to recycle the abandoned vehicles which is over in the streets where it has been left over without using anything. Then the development of new technologies to the automobile industry, where technological era will be erupting in near future, where the vehicles will be even automatically move, even you don't have to drive. This start the steering for it to be driven. Then the eco-friendly world, where the zero emission is also coming up now, which is the electric vehicle, where there are no emissions need, where the pollution also will be reduced. So we hope that it will be there a lot in future, and the government will also take necessary actions in order to implement to increase the electric vehicles in Sri Lanka. Then the education for students, the automobile, the engineering, if take part, if you see the engineering part of the technical students, is that it is very low. People they know the industry, but they do not want to have studies. Since people they go abroad and they stay abroad, they do not want to implement in Sri Lanka. So we recommend the government also to implement this, and also to create more automobile engineers in Sri Lanka, so that we would create a vehicle and a brand for Sri Lanka. The employees to generate new innovation. And these are the references. And thank you for listening to us with regard to automobile industry, and hope you all have benefited with it. And if there are any questions, you all could please raise it up now.